In today's class, we are going to discuss a topic called as organizing. Under organizing, we are going to discuss what is the meaning, definition, features, and what are all the steps or the stages involved in organizing process. So before we get inside all these things, let us discuss what the concept organizing is all about. So the word organizing is not new to all of us. Already under the concept of functions of management, we would have studied this concept called as organizing. Organizing is the second most important function of management. Planning is the first function and organizing becomes the second function. So in very simple word, organizing means here a manager tries to put the plan into action. Okay, what are all the material and human resources required to implement a plan into action? Arranging and organizing all those things becomes a part of the organizing function. So with this introduction, now we will get inside what is the meaning of organizing. So organizing means it is a framework where people can work together. As I already told you, organizing means it is bringing together the required human and non-human things that are required to execute a plan. So organizing means here I should arrange for men. Men means here it refers to the employees of my company. Materials means it refers to the raw materials. Machines, it refers to machines that are required for production. Money. Arranging finance is also the part of organizing. Next one, method. Which method should I follow for my production? And what are all the functions to be performed? And authority. Who should be given power inside the company? And who should be made responsible? So doing all these things, right from arranging men, machine, material, money, method, giving power and making people responsible, all these things put together is called as organizing function, and this should be performed by the manager in an organization. So next we'll come to what is the definition of organizing. The definition for organizing is a process of identifying and grouping the work to be performed. That is, first I should list out what are all the jobs to be done, and then I should start making teams or groups. I should define and delegate responsibility and authority. So once groups are being created, I should make one person as the head person for each group, and I should give him the power to do that particular portion of work, and establish relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively together in accomplishing objectives. So what does it say is, first I should list out what are all the jobs to be done. I should convert those jobs into teams, and for each team I should identify a suitable person. I should make him as a leader, and I should give him the power to do that particular portion of work, and I should also make him responsible for the success and failure. As a manager, I should supervise whether all these things are going on properly. When everything works out, it helps the company to achieve on about its objectives. So next we'll see on about what are all the features, characteristic features of organizing. There are about some 10 important characteristic features of organizing are there, and the first one, it is common purpose. So every organization exists in order to achieve certain objectives. So as a manager, with the help of organizing function, I should help my company to achieve on about its objectives. Each organization have got different objectives. Objectives vary from organization to organization. So as a manager, my job is to help my company to achieve on about its objectives. The second feature is division of labor. So division of labor means whenever I am going to depute work to my employee, I should follow the principle of specialization. That is, which portion of work my employee is very perfect in it, that portion of work should be deputed to that concerned person, or in very simple word, right man for the right job. That is, if I am good in marketing, I should be given the marketing job. So that is called as division of labor. So as a manager, I should follow the principle of specialization. The third feature is authority structure. Authority means It is like giving power to a person to do a work. So I already told you in organizing, here we are going to speak about authority and responsibility. So whenever I am going to give authority to a person, I should make sure whether that person is a fit person, whether he is a capable person. If I give him the power, can he use that power properly for the benefit of the company? All these things I should look out. The fourth one, people. So without employees, nothing is possible inside the company. So what happens is that as a manager, I should make sure that I have sufficient employees in my company and right men are working in my company. And next one, it is communication. So like communication should be good between all the groups in the organization, because under organizing, I am going to create different groups. The communication between all these groups should be perfect. It should be direct to avoid any confusion, and there should not be any barriers at all. Next one, coordination. So coordination means here it refers to cooperation. All the teams should work in a coordinated manner. They are all interdependent upon each other. So as a manager, I should make sure that very good coordination exists between all these groups. And environment. So as a manager, I should be aware about what is happening in internal environment as well as in external environment. According to the requirement, I should start making changes in my plan and in my job. Next one, rules and regulation. So I should strictly follow the rules and regulations or policies that are being formulated by the top management before doing or implementing any job inside the company. And next one, leaders. Leaders means here it refers to the managers. Managers play the role as a leader. So as a leader, I should guide my employees, I should supervise them, I should motivate them, I should encourage them. The result is I want everyone to give their best performance, which in turn will help my company to achieve on about its objectives. So next we come to the important segment, that is what are all the steps or the stages involved in organizing process. So still now we had seen what is the meaning, definition, features and all those things. Now we are going to come to the important segment, is the steps involved in organizing process. There are about some 5 steps are there in the organizing process, and the first step happens to be determining the activities to be performed. So what happens is that, so as a manager, when I am going to begin the job of organizing, first thing that I need to do is I should first determine the activities to be performed. That is, first list out what are all the jobs to be done. Suppose like take for example, if I need to organize a birthday party, I should first list out what are all the jobs involved in organizing that birthday party. Right from booking the party hall, arranging for food, printing invitation, inviting the guest, decoration, video, audio, all these things. So what are all the jobs involved? What are all the activities involved? I should start making out. If I need to organize a birthday party, like arranging for food, booking hall, and then invitations, all these things becomes a list of activities. So the total work should be divided into functions and sub-functions. So like to organize a birthday party, there are some 10 activities are involved, means all these 10 activities I should first sort it out. And I should make sure that only necessary activities are there and unwanted or unnecessary activities are not being included. And similarly, I should make sure that there is no duplication of activities. Same work should not be repeated. So first thing I need to do is I should first list out the activities involved in doing a job. In this case, I need to organize a birthday party. So there are some 10 type of activities are involved in organizing a birthday party. All these 10 activities I had first listed out, and I had made sure there is no duplicate entry and only necessary things are being kept in that list. The second step in the organizing process is grouping of activities. So what all similar jobs, no, that all I should start grouping it together. So suppose like take for example, I need to arrange for a cameraman, and I need to arrange for a videographer. So what happened, video and camera, they both can be clubbed together and I can give this work to one common man. Similarly, like giving on about welcome drink, and then giving for arranging for dinner, arranging for tea, snacks, I can all arrange or group all these things and I can give it to one common man. Similarly, booking of party hall and then stage decoration. All these things I can give it to one common person. So like that, similar activities or identical activities and all should be grouped together, and that becomes a second step in the organizing process. Now in the first step I got 10 jobs to be done. In the second step I made that 10 job, I made it into 4 teams. Okay. Next, what happened is that the third step is assignment of duties. Now I got 4 teams in my hand, and for all these 4 teams I should identify one suitable man as a leader, and I should give him the power to do the job. So what happened is that I should first identify in all these 4 teams who is a qualified man, that is, who is the right man, who can play the role as a leader. I should consider the qualification of people, experience of the people before identifying the leader for each team. So the ultimate result is I want a right man should be selected as a leader for each team, and he should be made as a head person for that group. The fourth step in the organizing process is delegation of authority. So delegation of authority means here I am going to give some powers to all those 4 identified leaders so that they can start doing their job without disturbing me. So delegation of authority means here I am going to give some powers. So what happened was that appropriate amount of authority is delegated. Suppose take for example, I had identified 4 leaders. For all these 4 people, I should give him required power to do that particular portion of work that has been given or allocated to them, to perform the duties assigned and responsibility to be created. Wherever I am giving powers, I should make sure that he is also responsible for the success as well as for the failure of that particular portion of work. If I am going to give some powers to a man who is in charge of video and photo, if the photo album did not come out well, or if the quality of the video is not good, he is answerable to me because I had given him the power, and if something goes wrong, he is answerable to me. So in that way, the fourth step in the organizing process is delegation of authority. So here I will give him the powers and I also make him responsible for that particular portion of work. And the fifth stage is called as defining the authority relationship. So here what happened, here I should make sure that superior and subordinate relationship is very clear. That is, what happened, I told you there are 4 groups that have been created, and for all these 4 groups, 4 leaders have been identified. So every leader need to know who is there in my team. Okay, who is there in my team, who is my subordinate, to whom I can issue on about orders. So all those 4 leaders need to know who is there in my team and who are the people to whom I can issue orders. Similarly, everyone in the company should know who is my boss and from whom I should receive my orders and to whom I am answerable to. So in this way, everyone, that is everyone, both superior and subordinate, should be very clear about who is my boss, from whom I should take orders and to whom I am answerable to. Similarly, every superior should know who is my subordinate, to whom I can issue orders. So all these are the 5 steps or the stages involved in the organizing process. So first we are beginning with listing out the activities involved in a job. We are grouping the activities and then we are identifying suitable leaders for each group. And in the 4th stage, we are giving him the powers to do the job and we are also making him responsible. And under the 5th stage, we are making clear the superior and the subordinate relationship. So superior knows who is my subordinate and every subordinate knows in which team I am and who is my boss. So all these 5 steps are there in the organizing process. So in today's class, we have seen what is the meaning, definition, features, and what are all the steps involved in the organizing process.